people will definitely be able to Yeah.
Thinking about the goddess of flight. If my stage were anything like that. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival together?
Junior Zod, let me show you everyone at the Grand Bazaar.
In that case, we'll take a look. Whoa! Did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen?
Huh. Revamping the stage. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar. Oh, and the perfume sold around. I mean...
Things are real. Don't be fooled into thinking that's bad when it comes.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the... My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is the Sub-Zero's festival.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd...
Wow. Did you...
Uh-huh. I've noticed... Of course.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the travel...
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at... But take you two, for example.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that.
Yes. You should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking...
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. Oh.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the adventure.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been...
There's something...
Hey, Traveler.
Oh, hey, Dia!
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's...
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Here, we've got all kinds.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than we...
It's called being a professional. I'm a
Look! Acadia's.
Listen, I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you to... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ah, Dia, what are you doing here?
I take...
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking...
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered sumera... since you've already mentioned...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you... Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from... The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did...
You two have heard of... The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little...
Apparently what was... If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around your...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City.
If you're also interested...
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is...
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their... Well, traveler, that's about...
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you. Good. Then we'll see you...
Come and have a good look yourself.
You've got it.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several
Wow! Talk about her... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related... Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students? Well,
Especially, many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia. Sure, we may not be Sumero City. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they... If you ask me, the life of a...
Those students seem...
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Aramite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to... Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Reg...
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing where...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Aramites in Port Ormos, they're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Aramites are after. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge?
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of... So, what's our plan? Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost... Oh, alright. Place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able...
Huh. All these guys talk...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We
So then, what happened next?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Aramites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, as you can see, members of Ain al-Akhmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advance. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his...
So, You mean the...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the if what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant with... Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to...
I told you the other day. I would...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action... Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss
What did you...
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't... Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our more, plus he seems to know a lot of... He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave... Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something... Since you tore through their skim...
Who exactly are you two? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong!
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget...
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting, even if you don't go alone.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if...
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information...
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can be... Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because this is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. It's essentially a convenient. They were created as a means for but despite over the past century, meanwhile, those. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with some. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have questions. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's beyond the password, though. I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul. However, some canned knowledge with a high. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure. But.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password. And here is the Mora for Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe hara fruits.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits.
Got it. You too. Please follow me.
two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think.
Every ship
Sumeru
deserves
rose
the best
means
maintenance.
common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by...
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be able to fulfill your...
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at the paper.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes you...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumero City or Port Ormos style? I'm guessing that you're going for a more traditional packaging since this is your first time.
Wait a sec. Sumero City style means we're only buying a few things. He won't take us...
I'm sorry. But as things
He's cautious of us. Let's take a
Before I retrieve... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumero City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to pack it. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? I'll hate them if we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way! Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just...
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really... Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. So that's why I prefer to have It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your... Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology. Who would want to be in it? Or how about... With this one, you can become an expert in his... Ooh, now this 2 million Mora, and it's you. Whoa, that's a lot of... Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned. We'll take these, please and thank... My, oh my! You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100... Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is... Think about it. We've gone to all... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Excellent. Then please... hold on a second. Paimon's a... Oh, but my dear customer... Uh-oh. Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Dory, we'll take this one. All right, very good. Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
You two made it. And from...
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people...
You're a pretty daring...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Can you tell us about the knowledge
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge cap... As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in... However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse...
So you kept hounding them because they refused to...
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them in. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will... To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their... Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could...
Yes, you can say that. But the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet...
Ahitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge...
You two want to try using a knowledge? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. Alright, this place works.
Here!
Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh.
Really? Aw, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely... We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your... There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities.
Wow! definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Sounds like you...
All right, let's begin the test.
Be gone! Huh.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to... The next step is to hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a...
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with...
Windblade!
Now, I'll start recording...
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it go?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight...
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal... I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for...
patrons, you name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. Can you really get us anything we want? Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite? Then please, oblige me. Tell me what you Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as... But you know, that kind of information... After all, I had to work really... But how can we be sure your information is... Because to me, as for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, it's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased Ain-el-Ahmar. Ah, so you're all... The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other... The capsule is clearly visible in the... Thanks for the info, Please, it's my